right, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I know we still have a couple people who are making their way, but we're gonna go ahead and get started because we have a program and some speakers that I want to make sure I want to honor their time. So my name is Maribel. I'm one of the teacher fellowship specialists, and I'm excited to get us started. So tonight, specifically, is to honor the work that our teachers have done throughout the course of the year, the students that they uplifted along the way, and then the journeys, like just talking to each and every one of you and hearing your journeys of how you got to where you're at in your teaching career and educational journey has been really empowering. So before I begin, I know Rich Futrell from the Delaware Thomas House was going to be here. He should be here at some point. Want to make sure I introduce him to you when he walks in. For offering the space at the Delaware. It was supposed to be sunny. The skyline was supposed to be in the background. Just imagine, vision, oh my goodness. And then the weather. And you all know me, I'm always talking about the weather. I'm like, where is the sun? But anyway, so we're really happy to hold the space, same energies and love. So as soon as he walks in, I want to make sure I connect you to him because it's a beautiful resource for your students, and it's free to your students if you're thinking of field trips, and it's a beautiful outdoor event, and he hosts various field trips throughout the year, so to definitely keep connection. So to begin this evening, we're pleased to welcome hip-hop teaching artist and author of hip-hop leadership, Paul Willis, for a special performance, and he will be accompanied by by MaceyOMaze, and then Toussaint, the Liberator. So I'm gonna go ahead and get us started.
What's up, everybody? We're gonna adjust the mic just a little bit. My name is Paul Willis, and I am thrilled to be here this evening. Hip-hop teaching artist. Folks are probably like, what is that? I've never heard of that. That's a job? Yes. Yes, it is. 20 years ago, when I was in school and in college even, folks told me that you couldn't write about hip-hop in your papers or class assignments. It couldn't be used as an example for anything because it wasn't considered rigorous. It wasn't considered academic. And we know that sometimes that's just coded language, right? For like, we just don't want that here. It's been incredible over the course of my career to see a shift in attitudes, at every single level, right? From kinder to college, career, and beyond. And so I'm excited to share just a little bit about that journey with y'all here tonight. I'm excited to be here in the building. I'm gonna have a few more engagements with like Boston Public Schools over the next couple of weeks. So if you're at the Mildred or the Hennigan, then you'll probably see me keynoting at those 8th grade graduations in the next couple of weeks. And if not in those spaces, then I hope to like join you on your campus sometime soon. Cool?
Yeah.
But only if you like what you hear tonight, right? Like, I'm not just, you know what I'm saying? If you like it, then that's awesome. Hip hop comes from this tradition, right, of the griots, West African storytellers who would travel from village to village, sharing poems, songs, traditions, and legacy through the word and through the drums. And so I brought my guy Toussaint, the Liberator, here to kind of kick us off with some djembe drumming. Give it up for Toussaint.
just angry. And I played all the sports. I played football, baseball, basketball, and it wasn't enough. And then when I found the drum, oh my goodness. Drum and singing was able to release a little bit more than just the sports. I had to do every activity that there was in order to try and deal with this anger. But the drum connected me to the continent that was stolen, the history that was stolen from us. And I teach now in schools, and I teach, I have a drum circle that I teach every week on Mondays in Cambridge, and I'm trying to continue and spread that over here on this side of the river. But this rhythm that I'm playing right now is called Titty Bop, and it's big man dance. And the beautiful thing about these rhythms is that they are polyrhythms. And so what I just played for you was the 3 accompaniment parts. It's usually, we have doom-doom drums. The doom-dooms are actually the melody. The parts that I'm playing are just the accompaniment to the doom-doom. And when you hear all of those drums together, you hear the polyrhythm come together and make this giant rhythm. That's why when you see African dance, you see people moving parts of their body you didn't think could be moved. Because all of the rhythms come together to make a beautiful sound. So I'm going to play it again.
It's important that we begin that way and to call that kind of cultural history and knowledge into the room, call our ancestors into the room. In hip hop, there are a few different ways that happens. I was teaching a hip hop leadership course at Beat the Odds, and MaceyO, who was a student of mine at the time and is now one of my peers, and he also teaches kind of music production and songwriting and all of that kind of really amazing stuff through Beat the Odds, which is a creative youth development right here in Roxbury, Dorchester, right down the street in Grove Hall. MaceyO said in class that sampling was one of the ways that hip hop connects with our ancestors, because we find our parents' records, our grandparents' records, right? We find the best parts of those records and we loop them, right? And we make it something new. And so, we were, having this conversation around authenticity and self-expression and what it means to bring your full self into whatever it is that you decide to create, right? And the definition of a creative is really important to understand, right? Like, you don't just have to be like a visual artist or a musician, right? There are people across industries who are also creatives. And when I think about folks in education, specifically teachers, and how you show up for students, there's obviously, right, that creativity that's very close to your heart. And so I just need y'all to know and understand that, when we talk about hip hop and going back and sampling and learning from the past, right, to kind of remix it and to make it something brand new, y'all do that every day with your lessons. And so we got a song that we were working on in class that we're going to perform for y'all. It's called Chapter 1, Authenticity and Self-Expression. There are like 10 of these leadership values, hip hop leadership values, 10 chapters in the book, and the album that comes along with it also has 10 songs. So it's like that across the board. But we're going to get into that right now. Raise your hand if you recognize this. Okay, that's a few of us. That's a few of us.
Little ghetto boy playing in the ghetto street. What you gonna do when you grow up?
That was the remix.
And have to face responsibility.
We gotta unlearn this trauma from our ancestors. Pain been passed down, but it's mixed with all the blessings. Took some bad losses in the game that turned to lessons. So I give it up to God and take none of the credit. about what it means to be authentic. We beat the odds cause we don't limit they self-expression. Travel the road my students on since I was 11. Prepping for months, but they ready for a grand entrance. Posting flicks for the clicks, the likes, the mentions. I'm trying to challenge every mind with the right questions. I'm trying to, success the only way to go. That's one direction. We getting active, health and wealth, man. We bout action. Focused on the next gen and not distraction. Just about impact transformation, not transactions. And creating what we want to our satisfaction.
Give me something real, give me something special, something that you can feel, really like a memento. So give me something real, give me something special, something that you can feel, straight from your soul to your mental. Give me something real, give me something special, something that you can feel, really like a memento. Just give me something real, give me something special, something that you can feel. Yo, now watch the water flow, gentle and current, that's how I gotta roll. Used to trip out things that were said from people I hardly know, but now I'm grown, though some thoughts may linger, they never set in stone. My concentration boosted my patience, forever living bold and written poems and sonnets. I speak words to ebonics, yeah, keep it honest, fitting from the soul, I don't want it, cause that's the essence of everything I am and represent. To stamp my legacy, my chisel stay chipping at the cement. Hey yo, it's real, it's special. From my soul to my mental, these lyrics channel my thoughts and everything that I've been doing. That's word to my city, you get me? We be the ones to break through and show the masses what's happening where we from.
Real, give me something special, something that you can feel,
really like a memento.
Just give me something real,
give me something special,
something that you can feel,
from your soul to your mental. Just
give me something real,
give me something special,
something that you can feel,
really like a memento. Just
give me something real,
give me something special, something that you can feel, straight from your soul to your mental. Yeah.
Maceo dope, right? Maceo also just released an album that was any like Boston hip hop fans in the room? Yeah, okay. There's a couple. Y'all know Ed O.G.?
Ed O.G., yeah.
Okay, so a little bit more head nods. So Maceo just released an album that was completely produced by Ed O.G.
Hey,
all right.
It's really amazing. When we were in class and we were again like working on these hip hop leadership lessons, my challenge after we defined what these hip hop leadership values were, things like authenticity and self-expression, inclusivity, empowerment and resilience, storytelling and empathy, right? Adaptability, community building, etc. The challenge was once we had this conversation around how we could identify it in our personal stories in our community and then in the larger kind of societal context, all of my students were challenged to create something new with those values in mind. And Maceo had started working on a song and he was like, can I bring this song into what we're doing? Because I just produced the beat and I just started to write some lyrics. I'd love to be able to finish it as part of this assignment. And I was like, man, yeah, absolutely. This sounds dope. Can you bring it? Maceo, anything you want to add about this particular track?
I mean, this particular song right here is a very close story. It's a true story. I really wanted to challenge myself with this song. I wanted to make a song that tells a story while keeping the attention of people, Because I know attention spans are getting shorter by the day, so I wanted to see, how much can I pack into this small thing where it's giving people a lot without taking too much of their time. So I made this song, and it's a story about how I became an artist, how I fell in love with hip-hop. It's called Like Magic.
It's called Like Magic, and it also samples Ahmad Jamal.
Yep.
So I just wanted to put that out there in case you recognize it in the piano.
I mean, y'all teachers here, so I know y'all like stories. I know y'all love stories. You know what I'm saying? And this story right here is a story about how a young man found the love of his life. And her name was music. Look, yo, now let me take you on a trip way back to my beginnings. Before I had this ill rhyme style that I'm kicking. Living off the edge, so I wasn't doing swell. Never figured I'd be homeless only by the age of 12. Too young to understand and try to cope with the pain. I question why it happened. Was it karma? Was it fate? With so much stress to take, I was nearly about to break. But what had kept me sane was this black cassette tape. Now to you it might seem useless, but it was filled with music. Uncanny me the shoebox recorder so I could use it. And use it I did. I plugged the cord into the headphone jack, popped the tape into the deck and then rewinded it back, pressed play, sat quiet to the headphone static. Next thing you know my eyes lit up cause what I heard was orgasmic, real underground rapping, smooth as you could imagine. Every play made my troubles fade away like it was magic. I won't lie, yo, it's like magic, yeah. I let the music ease my mind sometimes to free my soul, yeah. Come on, look, I won't lie, yo, it's like magic, yeah. I let it fly up amongst the sky like the wind I flow, yeah. Look, eventually I lost the tape and that really had me sick. No hip hop to listen to and so I needed my fix. To scratch the itch, I decided I should write it myself just for the heck of it. So effortless, it came with no help. Inspired by Cuban Easy-E heavily, I won't lie. Nonetheless, I was impressed by my first written rhymes. Yet surprised at the fact that they had spawned from my mind. Then I went to go and test them with the homies outside. They was chilling in the halls of the shelter that we lived in. Told them I wrote some bars and then they said, no hezzy, I let them fly, and I could tell from their reaction that I had to give to God like my name is something magic. I won't lie, yo, it's like magic. Come on, yo, I let it ease my mind sometimes to free my soul. Yo, throw your hands up, come on, yo, I won't lie, yo, it's like magic. Yeah, I let it fly up amongst the sky like the wind I flow. Look. Yo, y'all say magic, magic, it's like magic.
Magic, magic, it's like magic.
Y'all say magic, magic, it's like magic.
Magic, magic, it's like magic.
Say magic, magic, it's like magic.
Magic, magic, it's like
Y'all say
magic.
magic, magic, it's like magic.
Magic, magic, it's like magic.
Thank y'all, y'all sound great.
That's dope. That's dope. See, this hip hop thing, it's like all about energy, right? And so what you put into it and your experience is like what everybody gets out of it. It's really special. That song is super dope, man. As I think about kind of the process, right, of, if y'all didn't know, developing the album, book, and curriculum. This is the book, the album is in the back of the QR code, and then we actually have like print curriculum, a teacher's guide, and student workbooks for folks. When you're bringing a project like this to life, right, sometimes you have an idea of where it's gonna go, and then you start working with young folks and you realize, oh nah, this is gonna go a whole other kind of way, right? So it's just really kind of special. The conversations that we were having in these sessions, just the depth and kind of what students brought to the table when we spoke about, you know, empowerment and resilience and people who were examples of that. You know, my students could name people in their lives, right? Sometimes it's like parents and family members, sometimes it was their teachers. I had a student in class named Nelson Mandela as an example of somebody who represented empowerment and resilience. And I was like, wow, what a powerful kind of thought there. And I told him, I was like, I'm gonna steal that. And I'm gonna write it in a song, if you don't mind. And so what they kind of shared in class was sometimes rejection is just redirection. And sometimes it's protection. Right? And so I was like, that's such a powerful line. I'm not going to change nothing from that. I'm just going to make it the hook for this song. And then we're going to shout out Nelson Mandela. And so we're just going to do this one a cappella because in hip hop, kind of giving people different ways to experience the music is important. So you've had a chance to hear us over drums, right? You had a chance to hear us kind of remix a record. You heard something that was kind of completely original. this is another way that folks in our culture get to kind of share our art form. And so when I say, shout out Mandela, I'm gonna need y'all to say it back, okay? Shout out Mandela. Shout out Mandela. Shout out Mandela.
Shout out Mandela.
Word. Shout out Mandela.
Shout out Mandela.
Word. Shout out Mandela.
Shout out Mandela.
Collab with ancestors to remix the present. Shouldn't be possible. I must be protected. I write then rewrite. This must be reinvention. Daydreaming of success. I used to sit in detention. Taught so many classes, they finally giving me credits. My professors who hated now sit in my lectures. Who knew my phonetics would become an aesthetic. Or that I get paid to wax poetic. I turn these verses into lessons. I speak in the truth. It's so much in the name. It's so much more in you. And if you could understand how this all came together, you'd be crying too in sunny weather. Word. All praises due. Alhamdulillah. I can recognize when I'm being led by God. Yeah, I beat the odds. 617 at his peak. All glory in his name. Impossible meant defeat. Shout out Mandela. Every loss is a lesson. Rejection is redirection. And sometimes protection. So shout out Mandela. Come on. 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 Shout out Mandela. Yeah. Shout out Mandela. Shout out Mandela. Yeah. Shout out Mandela. Last time. Shout out Mandela. We feeling good?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, our young folks are with us, our peers are with us, our ancestors are with us. You know, I know that this is kind of representative of the end of one part of your journey and kind of the beginning of another. And it was just important that, you know, we wanted to be here to kind of just remind you, let you know, with everything that's going on, nationally, locally, politically, right? That you're not in it alone, right? I know it can feel like that sometimes. I've been in classrooms right next to teachers where it can feel like very siloed work. But we want you to know that the artists in your community got your back, the young folks in your community got your back, right? There are community organizations, right? Like the, give me the name one more time, I'm blanking on it now. The Dillaway Thomas House, right? There were things about Boston history that I never knew, right? And I grew up down the street in Jamaica Plain. Like I did not know some of the history that I learned right there in Roxbury, right? And so, you know, there are community organizations. I know we got Julia Mejia coming through. So there are like city councilors and all these folks who like want y'all to win, right? They want y'all to win, and that only happens in community. And so I'll end on this final piece. It's called community building, and we're gonna teach y'all the hook right in the beginning.
Okay.
The hook is real simple. It goes like this. Ready? We got us, that's community. 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 So it's like 4 times. We just repeat it, and we're gonna do it when the beat drops. Cool? Cool? All right. Cool, let's go. We got us, that's community. 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 Like-minded individuals, giving much love, baby, it's reciprocal. Bringing people together, calling unity. Don't need to be Latifah to be Queen C. I give myself to create us. Strong will success, yeah, we build it up. And my words and my actions create trust. Building community, baby, that's a must. Leaders of the new school, building dreams. So it seems to disrupt hope by any means. Generations of pain, we hold in our genes. Building unity and wealth, so we're busting out the scenes. We build, cause the youth need opportunity. We build, cause employment over eulogy. We build, mentorship and continuity. We build, cause we got us, that's community.
We got us, that's community. We got us, that's community.
Word.
We got us, that's community.
Come on.
We got us, that's community. 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 We got us, that's community.
Keep going.
We got us, that's community. We got us, that's community. We got us, that's community. We got us, that's community.
Last time.
We got us, that's community. We got us, that's community. We got us, that's community. We got us, that's community.
Yeah. So we appreciate y'all, and we're gonna definitely turn the program back over. Toussaint has a gig tonight in Waltham, so he's gonna get ready to take off. But if you want to connect with Toussaint,
How do we
and y'all can give it up for MaceyOMaze too. We'll be here for a little bit to just connect, but if you can't catch Maceo or Toussaint before they go, then please, please, please just connect with me. I've got their information. I'll put you in touch. All of us want to support, young folks and their growth and development in BPS. But that also means that we're there for you too, right? And so whatever that looks like, if it's classrooms, assemblies, after school programs, if that's teacher PD, right? Like any of those things that we can participate in and be a part of, we would love to be able to do that. So just thank you so much for having us. If you want to find more about any of the stuff that I talked about, for me, I haven't had a cool rap name since I was in the 6th grade when I was called Pop Moose. We were nerds. We picked our names out of textbooks. Okay? I had a friend who was Nimbostratus and another who was Decipher. That's what it was. But for me, it's everything is Paul Willis is hip hop. That's Facebook, Instagram, Gmail, it's my Cash App, it's my Venmo, it's everything, right? My YouTube channel. And I say that because there are many Paul Willises in the world, right? There's like a cultural theorist and a pig farmer, but there's no other Paul Willis who raps. Not one in the entire world. And if you find him, I will battle him.
email me? I'm gonna be there.
If you want any more information about, again, the album, the book, or curriculum on hip hop leadership, you can find all that information at hiphopleadershipbook.com. Cool. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Want to take this one, Mike? And I'll fix this one.
As far as the celebration of it, that's maybe one of my
All right, thank you, Paul, again. Can we give it up? Maceo, you went to English, right? English high school.
Okay.
Oh, no way.
I also went to English high school. So, and then, Paul, what BPS schools you went to?
I went to the Hennigan,
Hannigan?
and then I went to Nativity Prep, which is not a BPS school. But, yeah, I was early, like, kinder at the Mozart, Rosendale, and then the Hennigan. And then my grandma said, you need to wear a shirt and tie and go to school with all these other prep kids. And so she sent me to Nativity. That's what happened.
Yeah, so it was really intentional for us to bring folks who embody Boston, right? That embody the experiences of students that know the community.